Good morning, how are you and how was your night? I hope you guys had a beautiful and great night. Alright, it's Act of God's Captive into Call of the Captives Diary, episode 2, season 5, written by Precious Chinwe Obialor-Ukazim. So, today we know what Precious and Pastor Peter would like to discuss with David. So, let's get to the bottom of it. So, they started and told David. Her father, that is Umar Sinachi's father, reached out to us about your recent frequent visit. He's concerned and we want to talk to you about it, Precious said, looking him in the eyes too. I've visited. David explained and Precious leaned forward, her eyes filled with understanding. I know you care deeply for Umar Sinachi and that's wonderful. We are very much in support of your beautiful relationship. My husband and I, however, it's essential to be mindful of boundaries, especially when it comes to physical interactions. And the father wants to ensure that Umar Snatch is respected and protected. And I think that's a valid concern. Precious explained while David listened intently. You told her father you were coming to visit her, right? Precious asked and he answered in the affirmative. Yeah, I did inform him I was coming to see her and I had no plans staying longer than a day. I would never disrespect nor do Masinachi harm. He replied with all sincerity. Yes, we know, and he told us also, but he's concerned because of a revelation he saw about you and Masinachi. Peter cut in. Okay, said the curious David, wishing they could just go straight and share whatever information they had to share already. He said he saw the both of you and Umar Sinachi, falling into the sin of fornication. Wow. Falling into the sin of fornication, that he saw you both having sex before marriage and he is very much worried about you too. Pastor Peter told him and David became reflectively quiet as Precious and her husband went on to share with him counsels on maintaining sexual purity, setting boundaries, and prioritizing their relationship's emotional and spiritual foundation. You see, David, as two people who are deeply in love, you'll face many temptations, but it's how you respond respond that matters. You have the power to choose, and I encourage you to choose wisdom and self-control. Hebrews chapter 13 verse 4 says, marriage should be honored by all and the marriage bed kept pure. For God will judge the adulterer and all the sexually immoral. Yet emphasizes the importance of self-control and waiting until marriage for intimate activities or interactions. I hope you understand what I am talking about. Pastor Peter asked, and David nodded thoughtfully, taking in the words of advice. Yes, Pastor, we actually have some set of boundaries because we also want our relationship to be built on trust, respect, and fear of God. But I'll be more careful now and apply wisdom with this knowledge to strengthen our set boundaries. David replied, that's the right attitude, David. I'm glad you understand that what we are trying to communicate. It's not about depriving yourselves of love or intimacy, but about saving it for the right time and context, which is marriage. Precious chipped in with a warm smile and David nodded. Thank you, Miss Precious. I perfectly understand, David said, his voice filled with gratitude. I'll take your words to heart and make sure to prioritize Masnachi's well-being and our relationship's foundation, he assured them. Pastor Peter smiled, his face radiant with joy. I'm proud of you, David. You're such a good young man. Remember, we are here for you both and will continue to support and guide you as you navigate your relationship. We trust you and we just want you to take the lead in your relationship as the man. And as you navigate your relationship with Uma, it's essential to understand that women can be highly emotional. They often prioritize feelings and connections over logic. This doesn't mean they are weak or flawed, it's just their natural inclination. Pastor Peter said, and David nodded, intrigued by the pastor's words. As the man, it's crucial you take the lead in setting boundaries and making decisions that honor God and your relationship. Pastor Peter continued, this doesn't mean dominating or controlling Umasinachi, but rather being intentional and responsible in your interactions. You need to be the rock, the steady heartbeat that keeps the relationship grounded. Pastor Peter Thorne turned even more gentle as he continued, and David liked it. You see, women can be swept away by emotion, and in the heat of the moment, they might make decisions they'll regret later. But you are the spiritual head of your relationship, and as the spiritual head of your relationship, it's your responsibility to guide Uma and protect your relationship from falling into sin. This requires self control, wisdom, and a deep commitment to your values. David listened intently, his eyes locked on Pastor Peters as he spoke to him. He felt a sense of weight settle upon him, but it wasn't a burden, it was a privilege. By taking the lead and being mindful of your actions, you will create a healthy dynamic in your relationship. You'll be able to overcome certain temptations and navigate challenging situations with confidence, knowing that God is with you both in the relationship. Remember, David, a godly man, leads with love, respect, and integrity. Pastor Peter said, leaning back in his chair, his expression softening. I know this is a lot to take in, David, but we believe in you. You're a young man of character, and with God's guidance, we know you'll make wise decisions that honor Him and your relationship. He told him while Precious nodded in agreement with everything he said. With a newfound sense of purpose, David nodded in response and in humble acceptance to everything they had said. And with determination etched on his face, he said, thank you, Pastor. Thank you, Miss Precious. I won't let you down. I'll do everything in my power to lead Uma with love and integrity. I have no doubt you'll make us and everyone proud, David. Now let us pray for you. Precious says, signaling her husband to pray for him. Wow, this is a wonderful and a very great and inciting, enlightening, eye-opening episode that I can say. So, I think this is an episode every young man who is in a relationship should read exactly, because this is a great opener on how a Christian and a believer's relationship could go, and to understand that every man in his relationship is a spiritual head. So that because two people head not no fit comot at the same time. If the two of them not comot, the car go jam. So the person, if one person head dey comot, make another person head dey stand, so that the one wey im head dey stand, e fit hold the one wey the head dey comot. I hope you guys understand me. Alright, thank you very much. And once again, don't forget,